Hi. Turn this other phone on. Sorry, the phone got hung up yesterday too. Hi. How are you guys? Hi. Hi. Okay, so sound is on. We're good to go today because remember what was that, a couple weeks ago, we had no sound. So we're going to pull up a topic for today as well as we are going to discuss more skincare and the questions that I'm constantly getting asked every single day about services. And I have no issues with answering these questions, but I'm going to go through my comments on YouTube and I'm going to find, well, it's going to sort them out automatically, the top questions that you guys ask me. And I'm going to go live on TikTok on my other phone. Maybe I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Oh, such a she said, take your time. What's the rush? Oh, I said, baby, I'm a dog. Hi, where are you from? You are just joining me. I'm put my phone in airplane mode, so no phone calls come in. Okay. Hi, guys. Hi. Okay, I'm going to turn on my other phone and then we're going to get into some questions. I'm going to answer. I know the summertime is coming up, so we're talking about skin a lot. So keep in mind, if you have, hi, Richard. If you have any questions, let me know where you guys are from. When you say hello, please let me know where you're from down in the chat. Let me turn the live on. Okay, so put this on. I'm on live on 2 devices now. Hi guys, and remember we do this every day at 2 o'clock Tuesday through Friday. So any questions you have, you can put them down into my chat, or make sure when you say hello, let me know where you are from. Okay. So again, I'm going to continue to do what I have been doing. I'm gonna answer any skincare questions. And we're going to talk about confidence building because confidence, skincare, it all goes hand in hand. Hi, guys. How are you? Let me know where you're from down in the chat. And I am going to pull the questions that you guys are leaving under my videos. Hi, Ronald. How are you? I'm going to leave the questions that you guys are leaving. Answer the questions you guys are leaving under the video. But I'm not going to bop around unless you ask me a very specific question. I'm going to keep like a tone going on the questions that I am answering because they're under very specific videos. Okay, so because it is place called Hi Luffy, how are you? Okay, so because the Brazilian every year, the Brazilian wax video on YouTube that has over 20 million views, it goes up every single year. It's our biggest video. And we have a lot of questions under that video. So now I am going to answer those questions. So, very common question. I don't know why people, I speak in a way that as though no one knows what's going on, so no one will be left out. It's okay, Bunny. You don't know me yet. If this is your first time into my 2 o'clock lives, You don't know me yet. I play and I joke until I'm not playing and I'm not joking. Okay. So again, the topic for today is Brazilian wax. Brazilian wax. We're going to talk about ingrown hairs. We're going to talk about maintenance. We're going to talk about prevention. And we're going to talk about exactly. So the first question is, what is a Brazilian wax? A Brazilian wax is usually, depending on the place you go, it is hair removal from the pubic area all the way through the anal area. So some places may charge you more money for the happy trail, which is the hair on the stomach, down to the pubic area, or they may charge you more depending on how much there is in the anal area. A lot of places start off at a price, and a lot of places have all price, everything encompassing inside of the price. Here at HueVine, it includes from the belly button to the tailbone, we remove all of the hair. Now, once we go outside of the bikini area, which is the inner thigh of the leg, that is not included in the Brazilian wax. So long story short, a Brazilian wax is the hair removal from the pubic area all the way to the tailbone. But here at HueVine, it is from the belly button to the tailbone. Simple. We're going to start off simple with these questions. These are the questions that they're asking me, okay? Next, I'm going through the comments, That was the first question. And let's get the next question. How are you guys today? If you're just joining me, let me know where you are from when you say hello down into the chat. I like to know where everybody is from. I love this chat is different. I'm just not going live on, but on YouTube, I love y'all. And I love that everybody here is from a different place. Okay. Are Brazilian waxes safe when pregnant? They absolutely are safe when I'll answer your question in a minute, Bunny. Brazilian waxes are safe when you are pregnant. We have clients that get them all the way up until the ending of their pregnancy. However, it is a fact that your pubic labia, that whole area will be more engorged because your body is preparing for the blood and the blood flow to rush down. So you will feel it more. So it can be slightly a little bit more painful than a regular Brazilian wax, just because the amount of hormones, blood rushing to the area, and the nerves that are preparing to bring a soul into this world. Okay. So, or not, but bringing a vessel into this world. So yes, it's very safe to get a wax while you are pregnant. Okay. I don't even know if Brazilian waxes are worth it. So question, are Brazilian waxes worth it? That's personal. If you think that a Brazilian wax is worth it, it really is a personal choice for you. Hi, Russia. It really is a personal trust from you. I mean, for you to decide if a Brazilian wax is worth it to you or not. Some women walk around with a full bush. Some men, because we do male waxing at HueVine as well. Some men don't mind having hair in any of the regions and shaving every few days. But a lot of people will switch over to a Brazilian wax because they necessarily do not like having a lot of pubic hair. However, there's other reasons besides vanity. So you could be a person that gets chafing in your pubic area and your inner thighs, or you find that your pH is thrown off when you have too much hair, too much growth down there. So that is a great thing for you as well. And some people don't know how to shave or remove the hair themselves. So they come to professionals and get that done. But make sure you go to a qualified, experienced professional, because the way the technician removes the hair is very important. It's not as simple as just laying the wax on the skin and snatching it off. How they hold the skin, how you are positioning your body, the temperature of the wax, what methods they are using, they all play a factor in how well your Brazilian waxing experience goes. So we're going to answer another question. Is it painful? Yes. Brazilian waxing is painful. Is Brazilian waxing painful? It is painful. However, that's why you go to someone who is experienced and fast. My fastest Brazilian wax, I think it was done in like 5.5 minutes. Because I have a special way that I maneuver the client's body. And like all clients know, the faster the esthetician, the technician, wherever you're located goes, the better the wax is, because if they can go really fast, the pain is over fast. So that's why people pay extra to come here, because we are extremely fast and efficient at what we do. So not only are we fast, you get a great result. It's not just snatch it off and then you go home with all this hair on you. The hair is gone. There's no hair left. And then we educate you on ingrown hairs and the prevention for after. So that moves into, what's the question? How do you maintain a Brazilian wax? The way that you maintain a Brazilian wax is to get waxes on the schedule, because when you get your waxes on the schedule, you are working with, oh, thank you so much, Beck. You are working with the hair growth. And once you're working with the hair growth, the hair becomes thinner, aka finer. It doesn't grow in as full. And once you go back to get your Brazilians, the pain is not as intense because the hair is thinner and there's less hairs. So the esthetician can just go straight in, remove that hair straight off of your body, and it's up to you after you leave the spa to maintain the area properly. And the way to maintain the area properly is making sure you exfoliate your skin. So either we have different options here. It just depends on the one that you prefer. You can either manually exfoliate with, I should have it in here. I have some products in here, just not that one. A lot of clients use our ingrown hair annihilator, which you can use on your face. They'll use it between shaves, or you can use it on your bikini area. You can use it on your legs, anywhere we remove hair. What it does is it treats the skin, cleanses it, as well as exfoliates with a built-in loofah inside of the bar. And the bar itself has active ingredients in it to treat the skin. I was looking for a cord and it just fell out. To treat the skin between your surfaces. So that is how you maintain and oil the area. Y'all, we put lotion on our entire bodies and no one more thinks to moisturize their pubic area. So even with the face, so we have men who come in and they are clean shaven. They'll get their entire face waxed. In between time, we actually tell them to use step 3, which is our chemical exfoliants. If I was shooting a commercial, it would be a shot over. Our chemical exfoliants, which is power gel. It is amazing for after waxing, people who break out, get ingrowns. If you are a person that started to wax because you get a lot of ingrown hairs, you are going to use step 3, which is our power gel. Do not buy step 3 unless you are a person that is prone to breakouts and ingrown hairs. If you're not prone to those, don't get it because it'll be overkill. This product's absolutely amazing. So that is how we prevent aftercare. We prevent ingrown hairs after. People are starting to come on TikTok. Hey, Mimi. We prevent ingrown hairs after waxing. So now I'm going to go to the next question that you guys are asking. Are Brazilian waxes safe? Yes. Especially if you go to a place that is reputable, that is clean. They do not double dip. A big thing about wax and people double dipping, and they claim that the heat from the wax will kill any bacteria from them double dipping. It's absolutely impossible. It's not that hot. The wax doesn't get hot enough to kill the bacteria. So if I take that stick, wipe it on your body, and apply the wax, dip it back in there, all of your dead skin cells, all of the hair, bacteria, anything that's on your skin, even though I possibly pre-cleanse, but if I'm double dipping, I'm probably not pre-cleansing your skin either. So all of that is going back inside of the wax, and then I'm using it again on another person. What if you have contact dermatitis, which is a skin condition? It kind of looks like inflammation, breakout, eczema mixed together. That usually comes from you touching someone else who possibly had it, or touching an irritant to your skin. What's on that person's skin and it's going back inside of that wax. So Brazilian waxing is absolutely safe. The technician is the question, is are their practices safe? If you treat every single person like they have HIV, you're going to have the cleanest spa ever. I treat every single person like they have an infectious disease. Even if I know them, if I see gloves for everything, this one-on-one disposables, meaning I don't double dip, don't use another stick. Everything is thrown out afterwards. Everything after the services and after the facials are washed, soaked in barbicide, and or sterilized in the back of the spa. Every single thing is meant to be used in a way that everybody has the disease. If you treat everybody like they have a disease, you're not going to be surprised if a person actually has it. So I treat every single person as though they have sensitive skin and though they have a disease already. That's the way I do it, and it's the easiest way for me. I don't got to worry about who has what. Everybody got it. Everybody got everything. Well, remember Mike Shaw? I'm on everything. Everybody has everything here to me. I don't care. You could be the finest thing in the world. You got everything. Treat everybody like they got everything. I play too much. Okay, let's see. What's the next question that y'all got for me? Are Brazilian waxes good for you? Again, that's a personal question. You have to ask your mates, are they good for you? And if you're doing it for hygienic reasons, they're absolutely good for you. You can always get a laser. And if you get a laser, you won't have to deal with those issues because there won't be any more hair. Is it okay for a harem to get Brazilian waxes? I should pre-screen these questions before I read read these answers because that's crazy. Ask me about a harem. Okay. Another thing that I've been experiencing a lot more are individuals who have, hi Lapita. No, I'm not. I'm speaking about a Brazilian wax. No, I'm not Brazilian. I'm African American. Yes, no. So something that I really have started to see and experience with people who have come into the spa, not just women, it's men too. And it prompted us to add on a service called Zap and Treat. I think it's filed under HueVine, where individuals are coming in with HS, which is hydronitis suppurativa, where they are having boils, cysts, outbreaks, inflammation down in their Brazilian area. And we are seeing an uptake in that in the spa. We wax it the same. We don't wax it when they're active or when they're having an active breakout hair. However, if you are a person that you don't want the hair on you because you don't feel like it's hygienic, you want it removed, but you run the risk of inflammation, breakout, as well as hyperpigmentation. And post-inflammation, hyperpigmentation is when you get a breakout, you don't even pop it or mess with it, and it still leaves a black mark. That's just post hyperpigmentation. I recommend that you do laser hair removal because all it takes is a bad wax or you not properly upkeeping your wax after you get it done. You're not exfoliating like you're supposed to, or you just get the draw of the luck, your skin breaks out and you just get a bad ingrown hair, and now you are having inflammation down in that area. And it can get quite painful. And it does affect a lot of women's confidence when they come into the spa. Imagine trying to actively date and you are having breakouts in your pubic area. Imagine having to actively pursue finding your life partner and you're having boils and breakouts and cysts all in your nether regions. They have it in their underarms as well. You get like tunneling. I forget the exact name for it because I'm still learning about it even more. But the tunneling, where it turns like a big weft almost, and it's just like boil and break out, and it's just red and inflamed. I have clients who, even from me speaking about this on YouTube, they have came in and they have gotten laser hair removal, and it has basically calmed their skin down substantially because there is no follicle to get infected. So that's why it's such a good treatment if you do have HS, hidradenitis suppurativa, is to remove the follicle, remove the chance for the area to get infected, so that way you don't get an infection. And it's a learning curve. And these women and men that come to the spa, we have treatments here for them now. Like I said, we grow and add treatments according to what our clients need. My skin is insanely smooth, isn't it? I'm trying to tell y'all, it's the products. This look, mark my words, right? If you are on this live today, you are gonna look up in a few years, and I'm like, remember that lady used to be on live talking about them products all the time and how well they work. These products work so well. I don't have. If you're new to the live, I do not wear makeup on a live. The most that you will see me wear is a lip, or I didn't put any eyebrows on because I'm testing our eyebrow growth serum, but no makeup. I don't wear makeup while I'm on the lives, so that way you guys can see the state of my skin. And I should have put a green screen up so y'all could see where my skin was before. If you're on TikTok or YouTube, you can go into, it'll be my pin story to show you how my skin was. Yeah, my skin is super smooth and it feels so soft. If you could feel my skin in person, y'all be like, this lady's skin is like butter. And then I do skin tightening under my neck. I actually do for a treatment, and it helps with the neck, the jawline definition. So absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much. Hi, Rashard from Trinidad. Come on, Island Man. Island Man. I'm not about to talk with an accent. I play too much. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing. Okay. Okay, somebody just emailed in. Okay, so they're safe. They're worth it if it is to you and your man. If a Brazilian wax is worth it, a lot of clients, they get it for, that's just their maintenance. Like how they get their haircut, they get a Brazilian wax. Okay. Are you near me? No. Brazilian wax is near me. Brazilian wax is near you. HueVine is located in Metro Detroit, right outside of our bigger city, which is Detroit, Michigan. We're in a suburb inside of a suburb. So we're located in Lathrop Village, which is inside of Southfield, Michigan. And we're on 12 Mile and Southfield Road. We have our own storefront. We are not a suite. We have private suites for our clients to get services inside of the back. We have over 6 machines. So that is the Brazilian wax place near you. And we specialize in ingrown hair removal and treatments if your skin breaks out and gets inflamed, like HS, active bacteria. No, not BB. Sorry, I'm almost said the wrong thing. No, if you have active breakouts and boils and things of that such, we don't wax while you are active. However, we'll give you products to help you calm that area down, and we have treatments to help calm your skin down as well. So, next question. We at HueVine, we provide Brazilian wax. I'm gonna start over. At HueVine, we provide Brazilian waxing services for men. We do. Clap. We have been doing that a very, very long time. We have a lot of male clients. They are very faithful. It is a difference in waxing men than there is waxing women. You have to be very delicate. It is though you have more delicate skin on men than you have on women, and you guys know exactly why. However, we do offer that service here. The males that come, they're very respectful. You can't buy a male Brazilian wax on the internet. No, you can buy the products on the internet, bunny. As far as if you're a person that breaks out, power gel. But with male waxing, absolutely amazing here. We have the greatest male clients. They are very respectful. You run the risk of getting some male clients sometimes who thinks that it's more than what it is, and it's not that. So for that sake, we do require a deposit when you book your appointment, as well as a card on file. So if you do misbehave, you will be asked to leave, and you will be fully billed for your appointment. So yes, we do accept male clients, and they have been coming for years. Our longest male client, I want to say he's about 7 years. He's been coming here, and he now gets laser hair removal. And a lot of them, they progress. The men progress to laser for their pubic area faster than the women do. And they just get it all lasered off. Okay. Let's see. Brazilian. What's this called? Why do the prices differ in Brazilian waxes? Prices for Brazilian waxes usually differ because of the experience level and the level of service that you are receiving. So, huh? So, in the level of service that you are receiving. So, I am a 16-year Brazilian waxer. I can wax with, depending on the person, on average, it takes me about anywhere between 7.5 to 8 minutes to do a full Brazilian wax. Now, it is not normal for it to be that fast. Most people take anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes, and that is still considered a normal time. The faster you are, the better your experience is. And on top of that, we provide a lot of education to help you be proactive with ingrown hairs and making sure that your skin stays amazing. So the price varies for Brazilian wax based on experience level, based on technique, based on aftercare treatments, education, environment, location. Everything plays a part. So when someone's charging cheap, just know this for a reason. If someone's charging the most, just know it's for a reason. You have to go where your pockets allow you to go. Every place is not for everybody. She got a yeast infection from a Brazilian wax before. If you had a yeast infection from a Brazilian wax, that is cheap means not good. Absolutely. If you've had this is a weird question, and I'm going to answer it. You cannot, a Brazilian wax is not going to give you a yeast infection. It's not. You probably got a Brazilian wax and went and did something that you were not supposed to be doing, and that activity gave you a yeast infection. A Brazilian wax is not going to give you a yeast infection. It's absolutely impossible because the wax in itself does not enter the vaginal canal. For your pH to be thrown off to give you a yeast infection, something external has to enter your vaginal canal in order to throw it off, right? That's somebody told you that, or you have a yeast infection and you made it up in your mind, or this channel gets a little real, or maybe you're a little delusional about what's going on in your personal life, that you thought that the wax gave you that. Maybe the activities after the wax gave you BV. I think I know why too, Bunny. Okay. But don't blame it on this. Okay. Don't blame it on getting the wax. Brazilian wax did not give you a yeast infection. It did not give you BV. It's the activities after, because you got her good and silky and smooth, and now you want to blame it on us and on her, the reason why you got an infection. No, baby, it's not. It's you and that partner, and or the activities and the lotions you're putting down there, and something is throwing off your pH. And for your pH to be thrown off, you have to introduce something to it. Okay. Not a Brazilian. Brazilian is not going to give you a STD. It's not. It's not going to give you an infection. It's not going to give you an outbreak. It's not going to give you any of those things. I like these little weird questions. Let's give me some more, because don't play with me. A lot of questions about being pregnant and Brazilians. Again, being pregnant and getting a Brazilian wax, it may be more painful. But if you are already a person that wax and continue to wax on your schedule, those clients don't complain. The only clients or people that complain are, I'm pregnant. I want to get my first Brazilian wax while I'm pregnant. Painful. Absolutely, it's painful. Painful. There's so many questions about Brazilian wax 5 weeks, Brazilian wax 8 weeks, Brazilian wax 39 weeks, 39 months. Not 39 months, because that baby better be gone. Yeah. But yes, we are the closest Brazilian waxing place to you in local Detroit. Okay, so simple question, but I'm going to answer it. Brazilian waxing versus Brazilian laser hair removal. One will come back, one will start to thin and fade. So when you get a Brazilian waxing, you are removing the hair. It's absolutely smooth. You wait for the hair to grow all the way back, and then you get it removed again. It will grow back thinner and finer. However, it'll be easier to deal with. Pain, it is still painful, okay? Still feels like someone's snatching and pulling out of your skin. So now we're going to do a versus getting a Brazilian late. Oh, and the price is not as high. So you're still seeing the lowest I've seen $40, $50 up to $100 for a Brazilian wax. So now let's go on the flip side to a Brazilian laser hair removal. Every session you can now go in between and have smooth skin every single time. You can shave in between sessions. It does help remove the hyperpigmentation. It helps remove the ingrown hairs, because once you are killing the hairs inside of the follicles, you do not have to worry about hyperpigmentation from the ingrown hairs and the outbreaks. The hair is getting finer, as well as it is starting to disappear and grow in finer, was slower, finer, and then patchy, aka is stopping to grow in certain areas. After you get halfway there, you start getting lightening treatments to the entire area, and that in itself makes the skin smoother, and it makes the ingrowns lessen. Um, so if you can do one, you're going to have to continue to do forever. One, you'll do touch-ups every year, just one time a year, and you'll get a touch up after your initial cycle. The initial cycle can go anywhere between 6 treatments up to, I've seen 15, 16 treatments. And that's usually because the person has a darker skin type, and the labia is always skin type 6, meaning the labia is a darker skin tone. So you have to treat that slower, over time, more treatments. Okay. So that's the difference between doing a Brazilian laser hair removal with wax and doing one with laser. One is not permanent, one is semi-permanent, and one is much better for the skin health over time. So those the difference in that one. Let's see the next question. Can you do a Brazilian wax with a hemorrhoid? You have to go around it. I've waxed people who have Brazilian waxes, and they have had a hemorrhoid in that area. And what you do is I'll usually use hard wax, and I'll be very, very careful around the area and pull away from it, not on it. I will never apply the wax on the hemorrhoid. You just have to be very, and you can see. So hemorrhoids, if you guys have never seen a hemorrhoid in person, it is almost like a big blister. Like it looks like a bubble to the skin. And the skin is usually shiny, it's soft, it's kind of pillowy. And that usually happens in the anal area. And you can see the difference between a hemorrhoid and the regular anal area, because the regular anal area is usually is very taut, is usually creased, and or in extremely flat. The difference is you'll see a pillowed area. Do not apply the wax on the pillowed area, because that will cause some pain. Some clients just don't, but I've had ones who were going out of town, and or a lot of pregnant women have hemorrhoids during their second and third trimester while they are pregnant, and we'll just go, as I said, around. Let me make sure this is long, because I'll be talking and talking. Nobody will say. We'll just go around the area. So no, yes, you can still get a wax while you have hemorrhoids. However, you just have to make sure the esthetician is very careful and mindful of that area. So if they're just waxing willy-nilly, just just going fast, not really caring about what's going on or the quality of the wax, it's probably going to be painful, because they're probably going to go over that area with disregard. So everything, what they say, how somebody does one thing, they do everything. If they just do stuff with disregard, then okay. Brazilian waxing versus a bikini wax. A Brazilian wax and a bikini wax, again, we're going to discuss that. So a Brazilian wax is the entire pubic area. It can be from the pubic area all the way back to the anal area and or the tailbone. At HueVine, it is from the belly button to the tailbone, but we have different levels of intimate waxing here. Once you get to the bikini area, so if you were to put on some bikini panties or bikini briefs, anything outside of that line, that is considered a bikini wax. Anything inside of that line, that's considered at HueVine either a deep bikini or a Brazilian wax. Okay, so and then the next level is a deep bikini. A deep bikini is about 2 inches in on the side, plus the bikini area, plus the cleanup on the happy trail down through the mid thigh area. It does not include the anal area and it does not include the labia. Anything if once we touch and remove the labia hair and or the anal area hair, it is automatically classified as a Brazilian wax here at HueVine. I know some places where they'll just wax that area, but if you start a la carting everything, you're just going to end up paying for a Brazilian wax. It just is what it is. Don't be cheap with your waxing. Don't be cheap with your body. Just pay for the good service that you want, and you don't have to worry about issues. After we answer all of these questions about Brazilian waxings, that was the Brazilian wax types. We'll talk about the confidence and how people feel very confident after they get a Brazilian wax. Oh, I like this question. It's two questions that I like here. Okay, so the first question is the prep for the Brazilian wax. When you are preparing to get a Brazilian wax or your first Brazilian wax, do not shave. Do not remove any of the hair. Do not trim because you can trim it too small. At HueVine, we do not charge extra to trim the hair. Some places do charge you extra to trim the hair, but I don't because I don't want you to remove it and remove too much, and now it's giving me more work. Make sure you clean yourself. Make sure you properly. I have a video on my TikTok page as well as the YouTube where it shows you how to properly cleanse your vaginal area and or your pubic area if you're a man. I don't even know what they call it, penis and shaft and all of that. But make sure you properly cleanse yourself. Be respectful of the person that's doing the services. Make sure you are clean. Make sure you smell clean. Do not spray perfumes down there. You do not have to wax. You don't have to trim. You have to do anything. Once you come in at HueVine, we have you change into a robe. We have you take wipes that are there for you. Cleanse your area. I don't care if you just took a shower. You're going to cleanse your area. Once you get on the bed, I'm going to cleanse you again before we start to wax. And then I'm going to prep your skin with our skin prep here. That is how you prep to get a wax. Do not remove the hair yourself. To prep is too long. So you want to shave and trim before you go to the service. Don't do it. That's a professional. They should be willing to do that for you. And if they have to trim anything, they absolutely will. I haven't had to trim anybody in a very, very long time because people, they're my regulars. They've been coming here a very long time. So that's one question. Positions. Brazilian wax positions. Personally, I hate when people ask clients to get on all fours. I think it is so humiliating. I think it's so demeaning to have to prop your butt up in the air. I've had people do it before. I even did it myself just to see how clients would and wouldn't like it. I hate it. Hi Antonio, how are you? I don't like that. It's different ways that it could be done, and even for larger or plus size people, having them get on all fours like a dog, like the doggy position, I hate that. I think it's so outdated. So the ways that I like to do Brazilian waxing is we like to do a diamond and a soft diamond. So a diamond is when you take your legs and you're going to do, so these are your feet. This is your pubic area. So you're going to basically connect your feet like this. This is a hard diamond. And then this is this is a hard diamond where the legs are pulled up more. A soft diamond is when the legs are pulled down a little bit more. However, it's very easy to expose the entire area to where they can wax. So at HueVine, we have them take their legs and pull them back. So they'll pull their knees toward their chest. It'll expose the whole area. In addition to, it will make the skin taut. So it'll make it easier to remove the hair. If the client has more is a little bit more bootylicious, or what, I don't know what word I would call it, but bootylicious is the cutest one I could think of. I will have them either to roll onto their side and put one leg and overlap, and they'll hold their butt cheek up, and then I'll remove it from the side. But anything with them besides knees to chest and or laying on the side, I don't I personally don't like. I think it's a little humiliating. As well as I like to use the on the side technique when women are pregnant, because they have that stomach and they probably can't put their leg straight up. And then sometimes you could have a client do one leg up, drop that leg, and do another leg up, and you can have them continue to keep the butterfly stance with the opposite leg. So those are positions that I like to use when doing a Brazilian wax. I do not like the doggy style. I hate it. I hate when I see people doing doggy style. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I think it's very humiliating, and I think it's get on all fours so I can wax them. This is a spa. What are we doing here? That's me. I don't like it. Um, let's see any more questions. I see. Do you have any Brazilian wax pictures with no blur? We know what that's about, sir. And I know it was a sir. Sir, no. Brazilian asking for Brazilian waxing pictures with no blur on them. Absolutely not. So when you are looking for a place for Brazilian waxes in Metro Detroit or Detroit, Michigan, we are the place to go. Southfield, Michigan, Lathrop Village, Beverly Hills, Berkeley, we are the place to go. We have ingrown hair treatments here at HueVine. Okay. How often should I be getting a Brazilian wax? You should be getting a Brazilian wax anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. Once you cross over into your late 30s, 40s area, you are going to start getting Brazilian waxes anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks. It really depends on how your hair grows. Once you get over a certain age, the hair growth starts to slow down. It doesn't grow back as fast, it doesn't grow back as thick. And we have a lot of clients who have been coming here for, like I said, over 10 years. Their hair is very fine and it doesn't grow back as fast. So the older you get, one of the great benefits is hair grows slower. So we'll see those clients about every 8 weeks instead of 4 weeks, how we see majority of the clients. It seemed like it doesn't last. Okay. How long does a Brazil? This is the longest. I just answered all these questions. Okay. So, how long does a Brazilian wax last? A Brazilian wax will last anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks. Again, it is depending on how fast your hair grows back. You'll start to see slight hair growth, but the more often you come, the longer you take to get yourself on a regimen to where your hair is all growing in at the exact same time. Those are the women who have the great benefit of coming in 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, because they have been doing it for years on schedule, so all the hair grows in at the exact same time, so it will last a lot longer. Brazilian waxing for men at HueVine. It's another question. They keep asking that question over and over again. Yes, we do Brazilian waxing for men, but you have to put down a deposit to come in. And once you put down a deposit, you are treated in the same respect as everyone else here. Respect is given until it is not, and then it is revoked. I think that's all the questions. Of the rest of them are it's repetitive. It's repetitive. It's repetitive. It's repetitive. Um, Brazilian waxing and a vajacial. You can get a Brazilian waxing and a vajacial in the same day. It just depends on the aggressiveness of the wax and the skin and exactly what you're getting a vajacial for. So if you're getting a vajacial just to relax and have that spa-like experience and just get her treated correctly, you're getting her hair removed, and you're getting her massaged and buffed and made nice and shiny and beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely you can. But when it just really depends on what the person is getting and what they're getting it for. But you can absolutely do multiple services in one day with no issue. Back in the day, they used to tell us you can't do that back to back because you just remove the hair out, and the pores maybe open and susceptible to other no, if you use gloves the entire time, everything is sterile, everything is clean, everything has barbicide, you would not have any issues. I've never had a client complain about getting services of a facial lightning, diamond microdermabrasion after a waxing ever, because they still had their benefit. I've never had that because we are extremely clean here and we are extremely careful of what we do. We tell people no all the time. So if it is not a service that you should be receiving, you will be told no at HueVine. It's not that deep to us. It's not about, you know, it's about making sure you get your results. Okay, so now let's talk about confidence. I think I answered enough questions about um I think I answered enough questions about Brazilian waxing. And let's talk about the confidence that comes from getting hair removed via Brazilian wax. And it's not just about being an IG baddie. It's about being comfortable, being feeling secure. And we have a lot of younger ladies who come in with their moms, they're dancers. We have a lot of cheerleaders who come in and get Brazilian. Well, don't get Brazilians. Once they get to about 12th grade, their parents will start letting them get Brazilians, but they would get a bikini wax because they have tryouts or competition with dancing, ballet, anything that these young women have to wear a leotard. It really helps with their confidence and making sure they have a clean bikini line. If they're on the swim team, they'll come in and get a bikini wax, as well as I have a lot of young women who are starting to, be out more socially and want to go to pool parties and vacations, and making sure that their bikini line is tip top shape for their images, as far as if they are a creator or if they are a person who has felt self-conscious about their hair growth in the past. Lately, I've gotten about, I want to say, three specifically. I'm thinking about three women off the top of my head to where they were highly teased about the amount of hair growth that they had on their bodies. So they're coming in, they're getting laser hair removal at, I've never seen so many younger women in their early 20s coming and get laser hair removal as I've been doing this for 16 years. I've never seen so many invest in their sales like that because they were teased. They're coming in, they're getting back laser hair removal. They're coming, they're getting stomach laser hair removal. They're getting chest laser. Anywhere that there's an overgrowth, and they're small women. They're not like, they don't have hormonal issues. They just have an overgrowth in hair, and they may be like a lighter skin tone and darker hair, so you can really see the hair. But it really is a confidence issue for them. Like one lady in particular, she let me record a couple of her sessions. I have some pictures. Absolutely beautiful. She was teased about having her Brazilian area. She's very light skinned, and she would have hyperpigmentation all over her bikini area because it would be just like black dot spots. And she didn't think much of it till she went to a pool party. And if she went to a pool party, she was kind of teased. So she has invested in herself. She gets laser hair removal. I have done vajacials for her. She uses Clear, which is our lightener, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back. That young lady has a beautiful, very beautiful pubic area now. It is free of hyperpigmentation. It is super smooth. It's super clear. She really stays on top of her treatments like she is absolutely supposed to. It's beautiful. The skin is soft. I have done the diamond microdermabrasion down there. I have got all the ingrowns out. I have a couple of ingrown videos that she let me record. But these young women, they are really investing in themselves. I would have never thought at in my early 20s to go out and spend thousands of dollars and get all of these beauty. When I tell y'all something, I would have never thought to do that. When I see these young women coming in here and they're in their early 20s, in their 30s, and they are regular clients. Majority of my regulars are my age. They're in their 40s. We about, well, they're not 40s. I'm not in my 40s, but they're in their 40s or they're pushing 40, and they're really making self-care their normal thing. These younger women that's in their beginning, is that called low 20s, beginning 20s? I don't know. Mid to beginning 20s, laser, facials every 4 weeks, chemical peels. They come in here and they get the works, and their skin is absolutely gorgeous. And I've never seen where people this young have cared about their looks that much. And it is increasing their confidence. I go on their little IGs, but I won't say little because some of these girls got big Instagrams. But I go on their Instagrams or their TikToks and they have followers like crazy. They got beautiful bikini pictures. I've never asked them, are they doing it just for that or are they doing it for themselves? But the amount of money and the amount of services that they spend here, they will spend sometimes 3-4 hours in here. They'll get their face done, they'll get their bikini line done, they get the underarms lightened. They do all this stuff, and these young girls are beautiful and they take proper care of themselves. I've just never seen it in all my years, like these young women who really care about, and maybe I just wasn't in them circles because I've never seen it. And I'm here for it and I live for it. Not just because I'm providing the services, but it genuinely puts a smile on my face that these young women are just really taking pride in their appearance, what they look like, taking care of their skin, and they're trusting me to do it. And they're trusting us to do it for them. And I love that for them. I really do. So when we talk about Brazilian waxing and confidence, and these young women are, and even my age, it's clients who've been coming here for years. Beautiful bikini lines, beautiful. I'll wax their full legs when they go on vacations. Like I was about to say one of them names. She don't play about that. She would come in and get underarms, Brazilian, full leg. She does not play. She's had children. She got her degrees. These women take care of themselves so well, and I just really love that for them. I really love that they haven't let life drag them down to the point where their self-care does not matter. And I love that. I love that for them. That's why I would just come over here and get a facial. Once I give them a facial, they're hooked and it becomes a part of their self-care. And I genuinely love people who take care of themselves. I just do. I just really do. Not because it's my industry, but for me, mentally, it says a lot about who they are as a person that they make themselves a priority. And I love people who make themselves a priority and they don't put themselves on the back burner. Maybe because I did it for so long, I put myself on the back burner. And once I stopped, baby, that back burner is somewhere with dust on it. I don't even know where it's at no more. But I love that for them. And imagine I had to grow out of I had to grow out of self sacrificing and not being a priority to myself. They're in their 20s already doing it, already a full priority to themselves. They got their degrees, their nurses, some of them in med school. Do your thing, mama. Do your thing. And I love that for them. I really do. I really do. So yeah, so Brazilian waxing is 1000% of confidence. Dating, like I said, with the HS, even the men that come in here, it's men that come here who have HS and they get waxing done, and they're dating. Uh, Imagine it's time for you to be intimate with someone and they have boils that look like lesions and outbreaks and all of this stuff in their pubic area. You know how hard it is to date somebody with that? It's a real big blow to their self-confidence. It's a very big blow. Just how people who break out like crazy on their faces, that's a big blow to your confidence when you don't feel like the person that you see. And now it's just time for you to get that person to matching the person in the mirror. Even if you're not in the Metro Detroit area, if you can't come in HueVine, find your local esthetician who specializes in what you need and invest in yourself. If these 20-year-olds can come in here and put thousands of dollars into their looks and how they take care of themselves, you can as well. I'm not telling you have to go that far. Once you get into the game, then you're going to start to, inch in. Go get a facial. Go get another facial. Go get another facial. Add on the wax. Add on the chemical peel. And the more the results get, the better you'll start to look. The more your confidence will increase, and the more you're going to want to do more things. That's just like when they say once you start doing like fillers, and I get Botox. I haven't been in over a year because I've been doing skin tightening here at the spa. But once you really start to get into like things to make you feel better and look better, you got to watch yourself because it can become addictive because you always gonna find something to do, something else to do. So if you are in the area or if you are thinking about starting to invest in your own self care, your skincare, your looks, start small. You don't got to go to the gusto. If I don't know if y'all know what that means. Go to the gusto mean go straight to the thousands of dollars. No, start a little bit at a time. Go get a facial. Go get a wax. Go get your underarms done. Go get a massage. Start taking time for yourself. And once you really start taking time for yourself, it's going to become addictive because you're going to start looking better. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to start to look how you feel. And it's going to be absolutely amazing for you. So thank you so much for joining me today as I answer all of the questions under my videos and not some of the not nice questions. But thank you guys so much for joining me all over the world. And remember to have good morning, a good afternoon, and a great evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And I think I'll answer all the questions about facials that people are constantly asking. Okay, bye guys.